I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Greeting everybody. Today's May 20th, and we'll go ahead, and if you're gonna be on, you have to be on Zoom. We'll go ahead and start out with the board of minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, we'll go ahead with the board minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from May 13th, 2025.
I second motion.
Public comment. Being none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion to carry pass. We'll go ahead into correspondence.
You just get up before we even have a chance to for it.
Thanks. The first one's from Ashley Todd on the DEQ solid waste landfill inspection. It's saying that next week, Tuesday, May 27, a couple of my co-workers and I plan on being at the Drummond Class 3 landfill. Just giving us an update, they're coming and looking at stuff.
Who, co-worker,
DEQ,
LDQ.
Miranda, you got it.
Is that extra?
The next one is, from Commissioner Gary L. Snyder, Brandon County Local Government Studies. I think we've all read this and it's on at 10:45.
Okay,
So we'll just leave this out and go at it then. The next one from the Department of Transportation on the draft statewide transportation improvement program. They just said, giving us updates and they will just here. The next one is from FEMA and it's on the effort of implementing the floodplain management measures for Granite County. This was a letter we got during the week, certified mail.
this is on the agenda, right?
No, I think we need to put that one on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
The FEMA one.
Okay.
Yeah, we just got that. It come in like Friday when I was here. So I just put it in correspondence. The next one is that task order number, and this is for the master contract for BEP. When we talked about it, we need to get it signed, so I think we can go ahead and entertain a motion right now and get it signed. So we can get it, it's supposed to be in before next week.
Okay, so, basically that
Yeah,
yearly maintenance, are we getting the same amount or are we getting less money? Because they were saying something, dispatch, right?
yeah. This is, yeah. I didn't stamp that thing as a contract.
Not to exceed 27 through 25. I think that's probably the same as last year, maybe a little more. So do we all have to sign it?
I just started looking at, I did, when we got it the other day, I didn't. I think it's just me. But, do I have a motion on this?
Oh. So, do we have to make a motion if it's a yearly thing?
Well, I don't,
To,
I don't
okay,
think we have.
well, I guess to accept the contract, the new contract, I make a motion that we accept the FEP new contract for the next fiscal year.
Second.
Public comment? Leave none all in favor?
Aye.
I guess we get this back to Jen, yeah.
They just need your signature.
There's only one
Yeah, thank
signature.
Since the chair.
The other one's gotta be, the rest of them.
Yes, I'll get this page back.
Yeah.
So that's it out by today.
The
That'll
30th,
be by next, week, but if we get it back to them.
I'll do it today.
The next one from Montana Department of Transportation is, have started projects and conduct a speed study on Montana one from Sherrill to Drummond Airport Road. Sherrill crossing to Hoffman's, Dan Hoffman's place, what we call it. So they're going ahead and it takes 12 to 18 months.
What are they doing?
Huh?
What are they doing?
That speed study,
Oh,
trying to get that.
overhaul.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna, if they go, they'll go all the way from the airport all the way to Sherrill. That's a big slow down all the way from there to there. You know where the airport road
Is
is?
that where it is right now, is the airport road, they'll go further out? Or is it just in
No.
Hall?
Just in Hall.
So they're gonna go clear to Sherrill Crossing,
Sherrill
or they're
Crossing.
studying Sherrill
Yeah,
Crossing?
from there all the way to the airport road.
Like I said there, you know, it's like at some point go to 55,
Yeah.
45, and then 30, so it's just gonna be a longer
And they said it was,
zone.
when they're here, they said they keep us updated and know what's going on.
Yeah, I think, I mean, the speeder, I think is more coming from going down the valley from Hotman Valley, I mean, straight away, cause you know, everything else coming the other way has got corners.
Okay, is there any public comment on the correspondence? Being none, we'll move ahead. We'll go right into public comment. Anybody have public comment? Come up and state your name and.
Okay.
For the
Do I
record.
come out there?
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So my name is Brad Sturdivant. My address is 74 Viking Lane. And so that's up to Eastport. And so I've got questions. You guys, can you answer questions too? Okay. So my complaint is the road conditions up there. And I was wondering, you're familiar with the plan for the Eastport Dam they're working on there, the spillway and stuff. Well, it's been 25 years that I've lived up there. I really haven't seen the road this bad. And I was wondering, do you have an agreement with the Missouri River contractors or anything on maintaining, putting in money to that road or anything? You know, cause they're running the side dumps down there and I think they haven't even really started running them hard yet. And you know, they're beating the road up and then combine that with the gravel you guys hauled in there this spring, it's got so much clay in it, it's just slime. And I mean, we're like this morning, the one corner, car just kind of pushes, front tires just kind of push in. It's just a slimy, muddy mess. And, you know, so. You know, I know a couple of years ago, someone put in a bunch of money in there to put those posts up. I still don't know why they did that.
They
I still
delayed.
can't, yeah,
We did that.
yeah, I know, but we always joke when we come in at night, it's like airport runways. One after another after another.
Keeps you on the road.
Well, it's the only road I've ever seen that had, in Granite County that has that.
No, they got them all over Granite County.
Are they that much? That, the hospital, okay,
Yeah, they got them all.
what's the
over
reason
Granite
for that?
County.
Just out of curiosity, what was it, what's the reason?
Well, a lot of it was for snow plowing out, so we can
Okay,
stay on the road
right.
too, and then people were complaining they couldn't see the road too, and so they went ahead, and that's when we had them guys, they did the whole damn county.
Okay, yeah, well,
They're everywhere.
it's like, well, I know, like,
It's safety.
and yeah, to me, that was overkill, but, yeah, I mean, and then the road maintenance itself, you know, they don't really fix anything. They come in and they blade it, and they just cover over the potholes. Well, you get one rain, those exact same potholes are right back at it again. And, you know, they don't crown anything. You know, they just come down and skim it. But, you know, I think a lot of it's material all in there. It's got a lot of clay. I don't know where it comes from.
I think there was, when we were looking at gravel, wasn't there gonna be some gravel hauled up on the sport? Stuff like, oh,
We haul so much up there that, no, never, we trying to get some of these other stuff.
There was a little area that, Chuck was saying, probably the area you were talking about.
Yeah, chocolates.
That he wanted more gravel on it, remember?
Yeah,
all will be in here, right, today, so.
Yeah, would you mind waiting a few minutes?
No, yeah, I figured he might be here.
Not for public comment, he'll be here at he
5
comes on at 9:20, he'll be right here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll wait for him.
And he can hear it and answer the questions too, cause I haven't been up high.
Yeah.
I took my dump truck up there the other day and it wasn't that bad. I went all
Well,
the
it
way
dried
down.
out a little bit, but
There was snow down the bottom.
yeah, but it's turned into just a
Well,
slog.
if they're hauling out of their truck, I need to get a whole right outfit and see what they're tearing the road up, they got fixed it.
Yeah.
Well, they're, you know, just tearing, they're not doing anything specifically to tear the road up. It's just a, you know, it's the nature of the beast. They're hauling. I think I talked to Mike, Puccinelli, he's the project manager for Missouri River Contractors, okay? He's a Puccinelli from Anaconda. And then, yeah, I've talked to him many times, but I think when they start and they really haven't hauled heavy yet. They did a little bit last fall, side dumps. And they're hauling riprap from somewhere out of Drummond. And, then they're hauling 2 trucks, they're hauling 4 loads a day, I think, so that's 16 trips. You know, and I was behind one of them the other day, and that truck is just, that trailer, he was going out empty and it just bouncing. So I was wondering if there's an agreement before a project like that starts with, you know, cause I know Forest Service gives money, I think, to maintain part of that road, don't they? For these Forest Service.
I don't think so.
I thought they did because it's a shared use road.
No, there's no. They're giving some money maybe to the Lake Shore.
Okay.
We don't get money from, no, we do Schedule A, and we do some here and they do some somewhere, and it's not no money traded though.
Okay. You know,
So the road he's talking about is Forest Service Road?
Not
Or
about what?
the road he's talking about, is it a Forest Service road or is it our road?
When you get off ours down in there, Forest Service.
So you're talking about Forest Service Road?
no, I'm talking about the county board, the end of so from the end of where they put the millings in.
Oh, from the end where they put the millings in.
From there down to the Forest Service, and actually so it's roughly about 3 miles, the road I'm talking about. The first 1.5 miles up to Chuck's, where you turn into Chuck's place, that's not bad. They pulled decent material in there, but from there down, that last 1.5 miles is just turned into a, so I know. You know, and then the road in the middle, they've never tried to, so when it rains, you got a big old waterfall in there again, even after they've bladed it. So
Yeah.
I guess that's my comment was if you get, you know, spend some time to blade it, kind of do it right. Maybe get your blade in there, cut the ditch out a little better. You know, it's always kind of been a problem on the road. but this is about as bad as I've seen it in 25 years. Especially in that stretch where it just gets so slimy. Yeah, my wife's front wheel drive car, I drove that in and come around that corner and give a little gas and she pushes forward. So. And
So are you saying, we need to improve the blading
yeah, and the right material.
and you want more gravel?
Well, I just the right amount, the right type of gravel, what they put in there, it seems it's just got so much clay in it.
We'll get in,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and just
So-
check the other public comment before we get in this, and long Paul's here, he can explain, but we'll
Yeah.
finish up public comment.
I'm familiar with that after
This is
that area anyway, yeah.
road.
Amendment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll go ahead and.
Okay.
Okay.
There any other public comment?
We just wanted to introduce you to the new guy.
Like that?
And I wanted to introduce you guys to the new guy, to Donald, the guy that's gonna take my place. This is Scott, this is Blanche, this is Paul. And, he's and I are both wondering about his hours. You said something to him that they were not gonna be a split shift, so we need to figure out what that's gonna be.
We're
So
just
he
gonna
works.
work straight hours, what we made it, we don't want people splitting everything.
But he needs to know what time to what time, and who's gonna shut the building down if it's beforehand or whatever the case is.
What do you mean?
He's just curious as to when to, when time he's supposed to be here and when he's done. It's gonna be straight shift.
Get here before everybody else does, so he can open it up and just work his 8 hours through. We're just going to a straight 8 hours, wasn't that what we said? Last,
So you're saying 8 to 5 like everybody else?
So here's the thing, what you do, what she does, she goes home for a while because she's here later, right? So I guess we'll just have to speak with him on the personnel part of it because of the fact that it's senseless for you to stay here 8 hours when you have to stay overtime to close up and do things that you can't during business hours. So she works a certain time and then she goes home and then she comes back. That's her split shift.
Oh. Yeah, we talked about that in an interview, we weren't gonna do that.
right,
You decided you weren't gonna do that?
we were all in here sitting together, yeah.
I wasn't here.
Just
She wasn't part
Yeah,
of
she
it.
were.
talk to him.
Well, you didn't tell me anything about that.
Well, this is the first time it's brought up, he just started yesterday.
Well, they brought up that you're gonna work 8 hours straight. Is that what they told you?
It wasn't, they talked about.
Oh.
That it wasn't
said
gonna be a
was.
split
It
shift.
said it-
It just brought to us, Blanche.
I'm not saying anything, I'm saying, he just said that you guys discussed it when I wasn't here. So,
We just talked working straight through, we thought maybe it'd be better they was here working. Cause there's other stuff to do, you know.
That was during the interview process, when it was me, Scott and Blake.
So I guess,
So like he would do, have a half hour for lunch or whatever,
yeah,
whatever he chooses, I guess. Like a lot of them do or what they don't do or whatever. But he lives all the way down New Chicago, so split shift for him is kind of,
right.
That's what we,
And
that was
I
like,
have no problem coming in, I mean, I used to do 10, 12-hour shifts, so I could do it 7 to 5, but no, risk with me, but I know y'all have a budget, they all get it here too, so.
So I guess this has to be discussed during a personnel
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
We can't discuss it
It's
during
just public comment.
public comment.
Perfect.
Yeah,
well,
work out your schedule to what works for you.
so you want us to get on next week's agenda or him to get on next week's agenda to get it figured out?
I don't think it has to be on the agenda. I think you just have to work the hours out with payroll on how, or do you think it should be so we can discuss? So it'd be a personnel problem. Okay.
Personnel matter?
So right now, would you say he just works his 8 hours and, cause you're gonna be here till the end of the month, right? And then,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, and then when you start on your own, then figure out your hours that
That's
works for
kind of
you.
what we were talking with him, is just get figured out, get
Right.
lined out first, and then we're just gonna figure out what to do or how to make it work.
Okay,
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you.
There any other public comment? Here's Ron, we'll go ahead and go into the weekly report with Road and Bridge.
We're, cold patching up in Rock Creek. And we're back there again, we just can't keep rotating around. We did get we got 3 loads of cold patch yesterday. And that's all the cold patch they'll have until November. So we took all 3 loads. And everybody else is working on Bear Gulch. Got a little bit of blade down on Upper Rockridge yesterday, but it's pretty wet.
Yeah, I saw the blade up there getting the bad spots.
Other than that, that's just kind of what we're doing, keep everybody working together, trying to get stuff laid.
Well, I think like today is kind of the end of this whole storm system. It's supposed to be kind of scattered from here on out, so the roads can start drying up a little bit to go back into bad spots and all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, we'll be blading out there again tomorrow. It should be, some of this stuff should be soaked in, dried out.
Any word on Meg or anything like that yet?
Talked to them guys on the mag and they've actually sold out. Dustbuster sold out to another company, and so the whole dispatch system has changed. There, every county has put on a $50,000 budget, which we won't have that. That's not going to affect us at all because they pay every month anyway. But I guess some people extend it out and pay the end of the summer or something, which we don't do that. But the prices are all going to stay the same. They're not, whether we buy 10 loads or we just pay as we go like we do, unless there's some unforeseen,
Right.
which is out of, nobody can
Predict that.
Right, so we're gonna have to start ordering a little bit different. I think probably what we'll do is stop one facility dry first, so we can order a load for that, and then everybody go to the other one. Normally, what we do is wherever we're at, we just pull it out of that tank, but we're gonna have to work to where we suck them one completely dry, and we get one on the order. Because there's no more weekend dispatch, there's no more.
Just bulk loads when you.
Yeah, so we'll have to order on Monday, we'd always get it by Tuesday, now it could be by Friday, so we'll change up with what we're doing to make that work out, and that's kind of where we're at with that. But other than that, dumps are fine,
DEQ will be the 27th, right?
and then both,
Or 20,
Yeah,
27th at 4 o'clock.
So that's, I don't know where.
It's 27th at 4 o'clock for sure.
both on that day after.
Yeah,
I better get hold and run know.
yeah, I'll get mom home.
Anything else on it?
Backhoe still running?
It's wrong, but
This gentleman, he had some questions. You want to come up again?
Oh, no, I've just got questions up the east point, and how the road's getting so beat up. And I know you're familiar with that road, so. My main thing was kind of, can you guys stick it to the contractors, really beating the road up? And obviously the question is no. So, they're, at the end of their spillway, they're redoing the spillway. Then my other complaint was too, was that, you guys are hauling, whatever you're hauling, got so much clay in it, it just turns to slime.
yeah, that was a lot of that stuff that come out of Madison's pit last year. And it just wound up, getting pretty muddy.
Yeah, it's just,
It did.
and it's, you know, and with the increased traffic and hauling the rock way around.
Yeah. And they're gonna tear that all up again and going all the way down Elkridge.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna keep tearing it up.
No, but I mean, they have to tear it up, put fiber in. You get the fiber they put in, they can't get the wire through it.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, so they gotta redo that. But we actually have it on our schedule to put some gravel on it going down toward Elk Creek.
Okay, yeah,
But we're not gonna do that until all that work shit's down, of course,
right.
you know.
But, yeah, so those were my questions, you know, getting better gravel.
But it's coming out of different pit, so.
Right. So you're gonna start with that, I know they hauled some up this, I think this, oh, here maybe a month ago. They hauled some and they always do the kind of upper part before it drops down.
Yeah,
Cause we love, yeah, I love below the dam, so. I love that country and it's just, you know, in 25 years of living there, I've never seen the road that slimy.
yeah.
And so I was wondering if, you know, if there's any plans to.
Well, we're gonna be putting some gravel on the, like I say, going down toward Elk Creek.
Right.
And the rest of it, once all the construction's done in there, it'll all be rebladed.
Yeah, that won't be till next year though. It's a,
Well, I mean, we're gonna blade it before then.
well, I know that.
I
but
just,
as far
I'm
as-
talking about as soon as the construction's done, as far as Blackwood construction.
Right.
You're not gonna stop these projects progress.
No, I get that. I just didn't know if there's an agreement with the county, you know, where, you know, they throw some money
No,
at that road because they're the ones really beating it up. Just,
that's never been a thing on any road, you know, that'd be like saying, well, you're logging up
right.
here, you're gonna pay for that, you know, or you're hauling your cattle, you're gonna pay for that, or.
Yeah, and just keep in mind, I guess, with increased traffic, I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, the maintenance up there is gonna be a little more, you know, you're gonna have to do it a little more
Well,
because of the.
we can only do what we can do, we only have so
I
much.
get that. But, you know, nice to good gravel. All right. That's it for me. Thanks.
Have a good day.
See you later.
So have you heard anything on our little road going from Montana One through back area to Drummond? They're gonna come and work on it.
I got a call in, and I don't know exactly when they're gonna be coming, but I'm gonna try and get it set up for after the rodeo. So that, you know, so it'll be mainly used then, so, but he hasn't gotten contact with me back yet, so, but
Did they specify how much or they were going to do, or were they just gonna show us a little patch?
no, I'm gonna try to get him through that half mile. And that's why I wanna get it done as soon as I can meet with them, so that we could have some idea what that'll cost the county, you know.
So they would come and do it for it, but there would be some kind of contract that we'd have to
Yeah,
pay them, which I understand, and I think
so we'll have to buy material.
we'd be very pleased with the end results.
We would have to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just after this weekend and that, they had all kinds of traffic out there and they're on the edges were just going.
At least we don't get, just say it's August, at least that's into the next season, so.
We're doing like the whole road, right, all the way from like the trapper, down all the way out.
From the little bridge to the bridge, from bridge to bridge.
All them.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Yeah.
if not now, I mean, it'd be better off grinding it up, making it gravel. Than it is now.
Yeah.
But. Now this guy's, he's supposed to be an asphalt wizard, so. Obviously, that's what he does.
Well, I think that portion of the road is not for cold patch now anyway.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Cold patch and then dirt patch,
Patch over it.
back and forth.
My guys on all the boats or whatever, were dropped off here last week.
Start bringing them in so we can start organizing them, putting them in our books.
Other than that, that's about all I got. Does look like 10 days with not too much rain.
Right,
That'd be nice. But it's
I don't
kind
know, I keep wanting the rain.
no, I mean, a little bit, you know,
Yeah,
a few nice days in between.
right, it's supposed to be kind of more scattered instead of just straight.
Yeah, it was raining like hell in Maxwell just now when I came through.
Yeah,
It looks like it out there. Now that you know about the mag, we call that guy back. You tell him, you know, the one that we talked about, wanted the mag,
Oh, yeah.
please. Some guy called yesterday and wanted his road mag, and he thought the county should pay for it because he pays taxes,
private road.
Subdivision.
subdivision.
I told him a month ago that we'd figure out a price if we had the time. Right now, we have no time to do anything.
Well, you can't make right now anyways, it's just the road, you gotta wait for them to kind of dry up and.
Yeah, we're not blading them subdivision roads anyway.
No.
And I mean, we have our own roads to take care of. And I did tell them if we had the time to do it and we were gonna, we'd figure the price out and it'll be 100% paid in full upfront.
Yeah.
Before we're doing anything.
We don't want to be chasing money. We're already,
No, 'cause
we're already doing it
I
now.
mean, then you go into like the liability issue and all that.
Just not doing it. Just better off letting find somebody to do it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of private guys that can do that.
But
I just thought better call him. See where
yeah, I got his number. Send it to me if you got it.
remember what it was.
I'll figure it out. AJ with them.
Oh, and did you ever go up? Like Stuart here to look at
I
that,
did.
meet with Jeff?
What needs to happen up there is we need to haul some pit run up there first and
This is your road.
several loads of it and get that road built up. The road just cut down and.
Oh, yeah, it's just a hard hole up there, yeah.
It's just easy, to haul a bunch of that in there and get it bladed out and then haul some gravel on top of that. And, it's just because that's the road now that the other road got closed again. I mean, that's just the way it is.
So he was saying something, Jeff, was saying something that you're going to use. You're doing it in a private enterprise job and you're gonna use, he said you could use some of his
No, his
space.
shit for that.
It's gonna be all organic.
Yeah, it's no good for that.
So then it'll be into something that we have to do then to get it built up.
100%, yeah. He was just saying that we're gonna dig some stuff out for him personally on a different deal, and he thought he'd be more than happy to donate that dirt, but it's just dirt and it's not.
Yeah, and you wouldn't wanna do that and then have it sit and go muddy and then put gravel on it after it's.
Right.
So this is something that needs to be done.
After it dries out.
After that, now we have.
Probably be this ball last to the guy. I mean, you're not gonna do nothing.
No, I'll talk to him.
Next to non-maintained road, we gotta do our other search.
You gotta take our ride here.
I'm gonna get him out. Oh, shit.
Well, I don't know if it's.
He's been late. Got a report and everything.
Yeah, I have to get back with, Matt. Or I can go looking for it myself, but I'd rather him do it for me. Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, I'll just tell him. End of August or something.
Yeah.
We have so much of our maintained roads that
Right.
we just work on first. And then we'll start on that stuff.
So even just being a kid going back there on boulders and stuff, I remember, I mean, there's a puddle there until August anyways, and that
Right.
little spot there.
Well, all I can't find that number, I don't know what it was.
what,
Oh, the number the guy called yesterday, I thought I kept it, but I don't know what it is. He lives up in subdivision down in Red Hall. He's the one who wanted the mag, he wanted that the mag is road, but he don't want to pay for it because he pays taxes.
oh,
It's a subdivision, but
you pay taxes on county road, not private road. You pay your own property taxes.
that's all I had, yeah.
All righty,
Thanks.
see you later.
Well, have a good week.
You too.
Yeah, about 5 minutes, Brandon, we'll go off.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey.
5 minutes. Today, we are 6429.11 feet, 4.68 below full pool. We're at 40 CF, so on the recommendation what to do, or what are you guys thinking?
I think we could stay at 40 for another week. I'd say.
You good with that?
Yeah. Can we do that?
Think we gotta ask them on that, means that we'll open it up for public, all that things.
I need a motion at first, then
Yeah, I gotta make a motion, stay at 40.
I motion to stay at 40 for another.
I'm sorry, did you guys ask me something?
I was asking if, we have a motion on the table to stay at 40 for another week, 'cause we're 4.68 below, we gained 2 inches last week.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable for right now. We because, well, you guys show that it shows on the web on the USGS site that you guys are at 44 CFS outflows. So I guess 40 CFS at the USGS site would probably be reasonable. I think mainly we just need to get filling here pretty soon. Snowpack's down at the Peterson Meadows website, down at the Snowtel site, down to about half of what it was at the peak of season. Warm Springs hasn't dropped that much, but still Peterson Meadows has dropped quite a bit. So yeah, personally, I'd probably recommend going down to 30, 35, something like that, just to keep filling like you did last week.
Blaine's not here today, he's on Zoom there. You got a comment, Blaine? Just a second, Brad.
Okay.
Yeah, well, can you hear me all right?
Yep.
I was just gonna say that Paul Talon thinks the USGS gauge is off a bit, but that would only be like 2 or 3 CFS. So something to consider there, but what is the lake level?
And then he's saying, Blaine, that Paul's talking about opening up the creek. We're gonna build, and what do we do?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, did you copy that, Brad?
I didn't catch that. No, sorry.
Paul's thinking that we're gonna probably have to open up the creek.
Okay, I guess what does he mean by that?
That's just the message I got sent.
Does he mean clean the Weir Pond?
Yeah, it just says we probably are gonna have to open up the creek.
What does that mean?
Open up, so it's not all going down the.
Oh, okay. So it comes
Yeah,
down.
it'll start coming up.
Oh, okay.
One of the valves will have to open up, start letting it out there. Otherwise, cause they can't take that much. If it starts getting out of hand here, we're gonna have to open up and come out of the creek, Brad.
So they open the gates, right? And then it comes down.
Yeah.
We have our little waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so he must.
Uh,
Go
I
ahead,
was
Brad.
just going to add that if you stay at 40 this week, I think the model shows that'll be okay. It's just in upcoming weeks at some point we're gonna have to, unless we get a lot more rain, we're probably gonna have to drop to fill. But and there is a little bit of rain forecasted for this week. But yeah, just soon, if not this week, I would say.
All right. Paul?
Brad, there's still almost 5 inches of moisture in Peterson Meadows, so I mean, if we warm up here, you know, this week, like they're looking, or by the beginning of next week, I mean, it's all gonna come out now. It's not gonna come out slow anymore. So I think we will fill pretty quick.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a, it's always a guessing game, obviously. So, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you guys feel like you'd rather stay at 40, it looks fine based on the model, and then, but at some point, probably gonna have to drop unless we get a bunch more moisture, but,
Right.
Well, at least
and
we're
probably
getting,
soon.
plus we're getting the banks all watered in and that, cause downstream, it's pretty dry. I mean, you get to about Maxville and man, it just starts, it's Boulder Creek came up last night about an inch is all.
Yeah, I think that's what this runoff's showing, is that the ground is dry, because we keep thinking we have all the snow, and then it's not really as much comes off as we think. Obviously, it's going into the ground, so I think you're right on there.
Do we need to send you, get approval to stay at 40 then, or we can just, cause it's that irrigation time?
Yeah, I think since it's past irrigation time, you guys don't have to get approval to be over 30 CFS or whatever.
I lost Blaine, I don't know where he went.
Who's on?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm on. I think, just sending them email, letting them know what you're gonna do, I could do that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
you gotta say Blaine when you're asking Blaine.
Blaine.
Just kidding.
All right, in public comment? Being none, all in favor?
I,
We carried back. We'll get that email to you. Thanks, Blaine.
thank you.
All righty, we'll go ahead and move on to the Phillipsburg Skate Park budget request.
Okay, thank you.
Did you state your name and everything for
I'm Ruby Kickert, I'm chair of this.
the, you have to come up and speak a little louder, just so.
I'm Ruby Kickert, I'm chair of the Phillipsburg Skate Park Association. And I'm here to request some county funds for some amenities that'll go along with our skate park. We have the skate park almost fully funded. We're short $3,000 of our $300,000 goal that we've been working on for the last 2 years. But there's certain things, these grants only that we've received only allow for construction of the park, not anything else. I'm sorry I didn't get this in sooner. We're snowbirds and I just got back, but I did bring, wrote down on the front, just in case you guys want to know where we've been getting our money from. You can look at that later. But we've been really successful, almost 100% of our requests have been granted. And then the second page, did this last night. This isn't all requests for you. It's kind of for our committee, what we need to get in order to actually finish off the space. But I thought we'd start with you. I have a price for the tables that we're looking at. And they're these kind of.
This is all for us?
No. That's, well,
For us.
you can pick whatever you would like to donate to. And this is the type of tables we're looking at. These are the sunshades we're looking at. It's cheaper for pavilion. One of the things that we heard is that then you need to have shade and water in bathrooms. We have the first two, or we have the water in the bathrooms, but not shade. So we'll probably go with sunshades because they're the cheapest. So, and the benches, that's what we need. And again, I'm not asking you guys for all that. We're starting that portion of our campaign now, once we get closer to the 300,000. But these are just to let you know, we'll either go with 6 foot or 8 foot. We haven't decided yet. And then the sunshade for the shade and the picnic tables. We'd like to have two. One that would be ADA will have a concrete pad, so for people, and then another 6 foot table. And then the ones, all of these I was able to find on Amazon, which they're commercial grade and they they don't charge for any shipping, because the shipping was 200 plus on each item. So to go through these same providers, companies. So we'll be doing it that way. And then down below doesn't really have anything to do with you. Again, that's more for our committee to figure out those things. How we want to do that down the line. So basic tables, benches, or sunshades, whatever you would like to contribute to any of those items.
So could you repeat what you have and what you're shy? What you need when you first started your.
So all the grants I've written are for skate park construction.
Right.
And that was estimated at 300,000. We have about 297,000. But those are just for construction. So the things that we have to still raise money for are the things that go along with the park. We have the space in the town park, took your suggestion and used the mining theme levels for donors and things. And
So guys, there's 12,000 in the parks fund. And I would say we can't give her all the 12,000. Cause it actually, because it's a countywide park thing. So, but
Can I ask you, so whatever we give them, do we have to give a check to Drummond for their part?
okay, so this is county, strictly county. We've already given all our park funds to Peter and to Drummond, but share went to them. So this is just county, so if the commissioners, we can decide. That's why we don't want to give all of it, because there might be a project down in Drummond area that would be kind of a county thing that we'd want to hold on some funds for.
And just so you know, I have been, I've met with the superintendent there a couple of times. He's really excited about the skate park, and we're talking about, he can get buses to maybe transport his kids here during the week for an hour or two or something like
Up and down
that.
the
So
valley.
we are trying to involve all the communities and not just Peatland.
Right. What's your,
No, I'm just.
you're listening? Well, how do you feel about this?
I think it's a good thing, it's just, yeah, I guess we have it, we gotta give them, this ain't gonna be keep coming back in, well, now we need this, now we need some more.
No.
I mean,
Once-
until you, don't let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Until you drain and stuff, the whole thing. I guess that's what worries me, once you get something there. You won't have somebody volunteer to give this much money, and there's still 10,000 in there, and then you come back in and just keep, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean, I'm starting with you guys because, you mentioned it when I was here last, but we'll be doing it with the local community, the rest of it. And I still have 2 grants pending that that'll cover that 3,000 that we need to finish out. And, then once this kind of related to your question, but once the skate park's completed, then the town's gonna take over responsibility for maintenance and upkeep and any other improvements that need to be made beyond that.
So are we supposed to look here and just figure out what we wanna buy?
It's just something that whatever you feel that we would like to donate to their cause.
Yeah. Some.
Some. So
One time.
one time lump sum. I would suggest 5. And then we still have 7. I mean, that 12's been sitting there for many years. And we're not gonna probably get depends, we get money from subdivisions, they do a park and then they have to donate money to the county for a park, and so the funds go in here and we use it as, but it's up to you guys, I suggest,
I told her, I understand what
Yeah.
you're saying, I just, the way she came, she was asking for two, so. that's
no,
what-
she wasn't asking for anything, she was asking for
Or
donation.
need to get to, she was needing to.
No, what maybe I didn't make that clear, there were two different things, the construction that I've been writing grants for, which is 300,000. I was just saying we're within 300,000 of our goal, but that's not from you guys.
Right.
But those grants,
That's right.
and I listed them on the front, they're only for construction. So these other items I listed, and like I said, this was more of a working list for our committee.
So what,
Tables and benches.
what basically you're asking, you're showing us what you wanna get, and what you're asking us is if we would donate some to
Anything.
your
Yeah.
park.
Construction loan doesn't cover it for the
No.
grant.
No,
No, that's what
They're very-
I got mixed up on the.
Yeah,
construction,
no,
but
they're very specific. And then, then we will be raising,
Right,
we'll have it sooner or later, but we'll be raising that local. We don't.
so what you can put on your list is Granite County donated such and such.
Yeah, then you would be on the signage.
Yeah,
As a donor.
I don't
Okay.
care, I understand, I thought we were trying to pay off our construction loan, that's why I
No.
was saying that, you
No.
coming back, cause they all.
I'm sorry, I
What's the
wasn't.
amount?
I got, it's me, I got mixed up
do you
on.
think five's okay? You
I
good with
can
five?
entertain a motion then,
Are you good with five?
yeah.
I sure appreciate that. Oh,
Okay.
you haven't voted.
I'll make a motion that we donate $5,000 from the park funds to the Phillipsburg State Park Association.
Like, yeah.
Public comment? Me and Glenn, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, that'll get us the tables and the benches, so that's great. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
so what you can do is you go, I don't know, Sarah there today is just go in and put in a claim.
Where do I do that?
Just write in the clerk reporter's office
Okay.
and just say, they'll give you a claim form and you put in for 5,000 from the park funds.
Do you need it today?
Yeah, no, we'll just do it during claims.
Yeah.
So we'll just go ahead and fill it out and sign it as the
Alright.
Phillipsburg State Park Association.
Thank you. The money's important, but your support is equally important. We appreciate that. Do I take this one? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah, I was mixed up, I was thinking we were trying to pay for the construction, so like, oh, go ahead, Blaine, I missed you.
Oh, that's okay. I just raised my hand. I was just gonna say for subdividers aren't required to donate the money for parks, but if they wanted, they're required to do park land. So in lieu of that, they can donate money. So there may be future monies coming. It's a possibility.
Okay, thank you, maybe I can get that in the paper, that's what you said, and then they'll get some money. Alrighty, well, I guess we'll go ahead and move on to this Flint Creek comprehensive report. It's a proposal. Did you say Bear Myers and Beyond?
No,
No. This is to award the engineering firm. Yes.
so this is the engineering firm that it's their proposal. And this is the only proposal that's come in.
Yep.
And
Pretty much.
this is,
We gotta go with.
yeah. So I make a motion that we accept the Flint Creek Dam comprehensive assessment proposal from, is it Jess Rudd, project manager? HDR.
Issue.
HDR. Is that what I think, yeah?
Okay, HDR.
Second it.
Public comment? Blaine?
They have done some work for the county and done a good job. They're expensive, but they do a good job.
Well, that's the only one we got. Okay, all in favor? Aye, motion carried, pass, thanks, Blaine.
This for the ED. Mark problem, our audit, I think for our inspection, right? Strap the inspection coming up.
Yes.
Alrighty, I think we'll wait a few minutes in the next, that TY task force. I didn't know, is Scott coming over on this?
I didn't sound like it.
So this is mainly a formality too,
Mhm.
is it?
This is that.
The approval of budget. The task force plan submitted by task force.
They're giving us an update and everything too on who
Yeah.
everybody is and what comes in and what's, you know. They did some good work on this. Pretty cool. They show highway patrol and everything else activity and the calls from one year to the other. Right.
I think there's a signature page
See one.
on DUI
I
task.
don't know, they said the signature,
Right, they put kind of books.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's one, two, did you see a signature?
Fine.
Yeah.
The second page. Approved by Grant County Commission.
Oh,
I guess we can go ahead, Scott's not coming over here, right?
I don't think so.
We'll go ahead and move it, we're only a couple of minutes ahead, we'll go into the DUI task force plan discussion and signature.
So with, the sheriff, he was it last week, he was in and was explaining it to us. And we had it on the agenda for this week.
Yeah.
Okay, so I make a motion that we accept the DUI task force plan for SFY 2026.
I second it.
Public comment, Blaine? Oh, it's thumbs
Yeah,
up.
it looks like, yeah, it's a good plan, not a budget, but yeah, you summarized it real well. Yeah, I think it's a good plan.
Thanks, Blaine.
Any other public comment? If none, all in favor?
I
Motion carried.
just moving right along.
Do this random Scott or?
We're reading it, we read it.
Oh, okay.
I had it buried here.
No one. Does it sound?
Yeah, I see what you get,
Yeah.
where you're talking about, you know. Yeah.
Can I read it? Sure, I got this tonight. Did you read this last paragraph? That's,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes for this next resolution on that road, and I don't know if anybody's coming in. Just wait a few minutes. Pretty fancy cake you got there.
we better have some, better put it in the break room and start eating on it.
Well, you gotta cut, you want me to get the candles?
It burn that cake right. That cake would be this small, it'd be demolished.
You see, yeah, I misunderstood her when she's talking. I thought she was needing money for construction. I didn't know. I was worried about trying to get money for construction when it's
Right.
over $80,000. That's where I got, and I got mixed up. That's why I thought, well, then if they don't change, then they're gonna come back to me.
Yeah.
I wasn't against it. I was worried about getting
Yeah.
money to build for. Well, they done well, 300,000.
There's 1,000 shy.
Have they been by it?
They started it yet?
I don't think they started it yet.
No, I thought they were, somebody said somebody did, and they had said somebody's house.
That's what the
Where's
They
it
don't-
going? Where is it gonna
The
sit? At the
city,
park,
yeah, the big one.
the big one.
Yeah,
I think in that corner,
Up in,
We're gonna come off there for.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
cause you have their walking park.
Yeah,
It goes through
yeah.
and ballpark, so is it gonna go off?
I think they did like the minor days where they did kind of set up in that.
Yeah, where Myers Union was, yeah,
Yeah,
to the west of the park and the ballpark. The northwest.
There'll be a lot of cement,
Mm-hmm.
aren't they? What I seen in the
Yeah.
rulers, there's all cement, yeah, it's gonna be,
kids are getting excited for it.
are they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. What else to do?
Hospital makes some money too with all the injuries. All the broken bones.
Yeah.
Smacked heads.
Here, oh, that's fine. Look at that happen.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard back from Rose Allen, or do we need to get them on agenda?
We're doing sometime in June. He's not quite back full time yet, so.
We should just
Have
have
a lot
for
of
a
people
short stint.
asking about that, Bill for them. I can't answer them.
We're gonna do the end of June, I think.
End of June?
Yeah,
That noise compressor,
yeah.
can hear
he's-
that?
Yeah. Yeah, there's darn near delineators on every road, which is safety reason. Them guys put it in last year, they worked like, what, a month putting them up, Blanche, or something?
I think Rock Creek Road's the only one that doesn't have them.
Every year,
Oh, my place, yeah.
they coming, they
There
got,
are some down like, down lower Rock Creek, but where the road really narrows up like in the hole in the wall and then down. Kind of,
they got pretty good setup, it swings it around there and that thing,
or road comes by my house and it's like 2.5 lanes wide. It's a pretty wide road.
Did we ever, I guess we'll have a few minutes, it's just, did we ever get that letter sent to Blackfoot? And then did they ever send us anything back in on their weed spraying and grass seeding, cause I'm getting.
Yeah, it
all
was,
the time.
didn't we get that last week or week before? It was like, we're on the next payroll for the.
I don't know, it's just that I'm getting all kinds of calls about it, they're gonna weed spray and grass seed what they've done. Cause the stuff's already starting to come up and where they were. A lot of these guys, I know they pay thousands and thousands of dollars trying to keep the weed down, you know, they've disturbed all that.
Maybe his email, Blaine might know,
Yeah.
cause I think Blaine might send me an email,
Go ahead, Blaine, you got your golfer hat on?
Yeah, they said they're gonna get it paid right away and that Jason Robertson, the engineer, is gonna meet with Paul. So hopefully he's met with Paul Alt, but yeah, they did respond.
Okay, I didn't know that. Paul didn't say nothing, they have to ask him if, cause there's a lot of the locals are worried about there where they broke that ground up along their fields and stuff. I don't blame them, I mean, you spend thousands and thousands.
You could have the county crew do it and then charge them if they're not getting to it, but hopefully he's gonna get to it, and he said they would.
Well, I asked somebody asked for along the whole thing, grass seed, because they said they would, so. I guess we just
Yeah.
need to know for sure what's going on and.
Wanna cut that and have some?
Might have a little piece of you taking that in there with you? Hey, are you taking it with you? I didn't mean to say, hey.
been one of those days.
Lance's birthday's coming up.
Was this the last deal for this?
Yes,
Then we're done with it now, right? We'll see it again.
we talk to you too.
Right.
Yeah, this will be for this road crap,
so we have
yeah.
adopted it.
Last half hour was fun.
Yeah, I must have, I guess I should be writing down who's calling, but they just wanna know for sure if they're gonna spray or.
Right.
I don't blame people,
Well, it is.
I know it's.
It
Not
might
that
be
spend thousands trying to keep your field from having this crop, you know. Somebody, you can see it coming up already, what's that fuzzy plant?
I don't know my plants very well.
I don't either, it's a big fuzzy thing, it gets about that tall, big stalk on it.
Mullen,
That's poisonous though, right? No,
make medicine out of it and stuff, I think, or herbalist, or whatever they're called.
a few minutes, that's all a few minutes.
Just don't like that. that insurance thing, so I'm a little. No, I'm still fighting with the value on it, trying to roll on.
First thing, it's just so hard to try to replace it.
Yeah, like, they've got. The parts are 16 grand, they've got salvage at 18,708. And that puts my value in the negative. So it's total. So now I'm just trying to get. You can't get a car for what they wanna give me, the same, they have to give me something comparable. Or give me the value of something comparable, yeah.
That's the thing, they can't just, all they try to do is they're trying to pay yours off
Yeah.
and send you on the
Well-
way.
I've got weight on it. Insurance agent in Spokane's got a license in Spokane. We'll see.
Alrighty, well, we're a couple minutes early, but we'll go into the resolution 2025. 8, portion of the North Fork, the Lower Willow Creek Road, County Road, second reading and adoption. Entertain a motion on this one?
Yeah, I don't think we need discussion on it, do you?
No.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that, we do resolution 2025-8, abandoning a portion of North Fork, Lower Willow Creek Road.
I'll second it.
Public comment? Oh, what's he doing? Public comment,
He's just bouncing around, he's thumbs up bouncing around.
all in favor?
You're opposed, right?
Mhm.
You said,
I didn't hear him.
Oh, I said it with her.
Yeah. So, 2 for it, 1 against it. And Blanche and Paul will sign it.
yes, boss.
Right, we'll wait for, because we're ahead of ourselves here.
Yeah. Thank you.
I should get an update on the elevator here next week.
Yeah.
I think we need to know what's going on. Let's see how close we're getting.
Yeah, Brooke.
What was the last update? He said it was like June before they're gonna be stalling
And
it.
then when he talked to you and me when he was down there in the thing, but he wasn't sure because he's shorthanded. Now, I don't know if them guys, or how that works, they gotta be special people to come and set that in, so.
Right, 'cause there's a separate crew just for that.
I just kinda like know what's going on.
Yeah.
We'll have to make sure and get them rooms that they were in, boy, all that dust and stuff in them computers, it's not gonna be good.
I know.
Carpet's gonna be.
So this is the cash report. So we are. See that
was everything there, yeah.
Go to the first page. I was at thirties. Okay.
There we go.
So then this is something that you can pull up and we'll show you more when we start working on the budgets and stuff.
Yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's, we gotta start thinking about that. When. Okay, so this is the general fund, everything's in the general fund. And then the 2,000 pound is the road, you see it's in the road, but we don't remember all the transfers haven't been
Right.
transferred in yet to make it not negative,
So
so,
taxes, right, they're.
yeah, so taxes will be collected the end of this month.
Yeah, they're-
So it's kind of an idea,
yeah,
you'll figure it out a little better once you start getting into the potatoes. of it. Exaggerating, that's good exercise, right?
Right,
but
get our steps in.
Good. Did you get a strawberry to go with it?
I didn't cut that far in,
Oh.
that'd be a pretty big chunk.
Oh, I guess I should have told. Did you just cut a piece and no one else was in there?
Brandy knows about it.
Okay. I mean, they can go in and, want a piece of cake, go cut yourself a piece of cake.
How do we tell the whole place?
The banana bread? Or pie?
Maybe with lemon frosting, really good. I don't know if you can say it over the speaker,
Yeah,
never done that.
I haven't. I will go. Have someone.
I've never, I heard it one time, a long time ago, but
I don't,
you can get on the speaker and tell everybody something.
I don't know.
You've got to remember and tell that guy about the panic buttons and stuff too, in case he doesn't. They don't have panic buttons in here with the new janitor.
oh. No, I was thinking we should have one.
Got it here, I don't know if it works.
Don't bump it.
Yeah, I don't
They're supposed to have it underneath your desk and then all this.
Happy,
Bump it here all the time.
I know, I would
Department
too.
come running over.
they were supposed to be checking them, I think they do, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Jackie maybe.
Yeah, we should
Before I
do-
got here.
We should do a drill.
Mhm.
Let's push it today.
Yeah.
I just found out Blanche has a birthday Saturday and Sarah brought cake in the break room for her. She's 29.
Again. No, it's supposed to be 39 again. Jack Benny was 39 for 50 years. Of course, you probably don't know Jack Benny, it was probably before your time.
I thought he was.
He was the comedian.
Oh. I thought he was a golfer.
No, he was a comedian. Did this all the time. Yeah, I did you guys really.
Alrighty, we're like a minute early, but we'll go ahead and go into the response to a letter to Elena. Discussion decision. I think that's a really good letter, thank you. Thanks for responding back. Any comments, Lane?
Yeah, it looks fine to me. Yep, thanks.
We'll go ahead and entertain a motion, accept, give her the letter.
I motion to accept and send a letter to Miss Gagliano.
I will second it.
Public comment? Being none, all in favor?
I,
For that, who was on that? Alan got one piece. I didn't know they were taking it home from that. So whacking it up in chunks.
thank you.
Better go get a piece of cake.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Take some home with you.
You better take it home.
No, ma'am, that you can just gobble it right up. I'll have a piece after the fact.
There's a old classic deck upstairs. How, if somebody wants it, do you just give away or do you gotta get $1 for it? I mean, it's something.
Because of paper trail, and you're not gonna auction it off, yeah, they just give $1 for it.
Okay, yeah, it's up in the courtroom.
If somebody wants it.
Janine wanted it.
Oh,
I guess we can just tell her $1.
yeah, just go in and give $1 to the clerk and recorder and they'll put it in sale of fixed assets.
Just some of that
It's just
stuff.
a paper trail.
Some of that stuff now with these new desks and stuff to clean up, get rid of that. But we don't want it all sitting around again.
Right.
I'd like to have one of those desks from upstairs.
Wow, they're nice.
I don't know, he was showing me the other day, how like it just goes like custom to the height, so they can stand up.
They're pretty nice. I like the books of them.
Did you go look at it?
No.
Still
not
not?
one.
You gotta go look at it.
I need to, yeah.
Get one ordered.
It'd be nice in here.
I need to stand.
Yeah.
Get rid of it, then you can give it all, you know. Yeah, it looks nice in there.
Yeah, cause
Don't you think, Blanche?
they were in L shape, weren't they, type desk?
You can get them made however,
Custom.
Harold said there's, you've got option, then they come out, they measure you and everything, so everything fits.
That'd be cool.
Kinsey says, wow, they're nice.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Lots of room.
yeah. Yeah, I need to stand. More.
Not they can come measure and put an L in there or whatever.
Look like Santa Claus playing.
Looks like what?
Santa Claus.
Oh.
Just went away.
Uh-huh.
Like
We
the golf,
offended him.
I like the golfer hat.
Uh-huh. Now, what was he up to?
I know.
Golfer hat.
Which one?
Is he growing his beard for some special
Mhm.
Farmer's Day thing or something?
Got a bunch of camps this summer, football camps or?
Yeah, the one at MSU here, the 5th, 6th and 7th of June.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, football's gonna start here in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, so it's that 7th Saturday, so. Weights will start Monday, so I'll start coming in every morning at 6 open weight room over the summer. So it's here.
Yeah, get them hitting the weights.
Yeah.
Have quite a few kids this year, or do you know yet, or?
What's that?
You have quite a few kids this year?
Keyword's down. I think there's. Literally. I think. Might be one senior from Phillipsburg who'll go out, maybe. But he broke his leg the other day, I guess, playing basketball, so I don't know. How that's gonna put him. But. That'll be what? Probably have like 8 kids, maybe, Phillipsburg going down. For sure. That Drummond's class, that 8th grade class is pretty big that's coming up.
Yeah, I think
They got quite a bit for it, isn't it?
Paul's grandson, he's a big kid.
Who?
Paul's grandson,
Oh.
Caleb's ex-boy, boy, he's a big kid.
Yeah.
So when you're gonna make your road trip? When you gonna make your road trip? We can get everywhere now, it's snowing.
Yeah, I'll wait until it's,
Cause there's gonna be some more coming in and.
I have to email Matt,
There you go.
get me a decent. And then, like, if I could go in here and find out township section and range. And then pull these out and find different roads. That's work. I wanna work.
Well, he knows them pretty well too, so you can just start on one end of it, just start, it's gonna take a few hours. And it's not gonna be just run up or, you know, just show you one. It's-
Yeah. Make sure on a day that he isn't busy.
No matter, you need to get, so you know where
I can take a birthday card home. I used to get all tons and tons of birthday
I didn't
cards.
sign it, sorry, I just,
Nobody signed it.
Sarah just did this.
I think it's for Sarah. Didn't sign it. Didn't get it.
I never signed it, I never seen it. That's first time.
I didn't either. Or I would have had.
No,
really
this
signed.
is. When we used to celebrate birthdays years and years ago, it was
But I
big
told
deal.
her,
and We all were in there and
take
Yeah.
ice cream and
Yeah.
take about, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, it was fun.
Yeah.
We'd sit around the table, all of us, and then someone would come in and everyone, it was fun.
Yeah, we should bring that back.
Pretty cool, wasn't it,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah.
I made a cake for Mike one year. And I did the 4th of July kind of cake.
Yeah.
Flag cake. And I did blueberries and raspberries, and then I did this coating on them that makes it look like they're frozen.
Oh, yeah.
And so he's in there, and he's going, are these berries frozen? He goes, nope.
Oh, sounds like Scott. Sounds like Scott. That's funny. We'll have to bring that back.
It's funny though.
There have been some pretty, Robbie used to make some fancy stuff. I mean, these days, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It was cool. I miss it. Sit around, just laugh and get it going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we used to take breaks. It was, you took a break.
Mhm.
And so at 10 o'clock, anybody that came into the courtroom, you would hear yakking and loud laughter from the break room, because everybody converged on the break room and sat
Really?
and had coffee for 15 minutes and then back to work.
Yep.
And
That's
then
fun.
that just quit. People just quit
They
coming
bring
in.
that back, well then, open that room back up so a person can go in there.
And people would say, oh, they're having coffee. They'd come in, someone's having coffee. But they was good natured.
Yes. Yeah, they got it looking good in there.
Yeah, there were some wild cakes and stuff, brownies. and
Yeah.
things.
That's funny.
Did we ever get that SRS money then? Did it?
Yeah.
We did?
Mhm.
Exactly, that last week, July. So does a person need to put it on the agenda if they're gonna be contractors and working on our roads? Well, I think we have it, if they tear them up, they gotta fix them.
Yeah.
Not yet, like that kind of thing, you know.
It's just.
These here two letters will acknowledge them just quick, we'll put them on next week. From Rick McGill, and it's saying how bad East Fork Road is. And the guy was just in here, it's Lost Sapphire Ranch Owners Association, and a member, right, he's writing on behalf of 38 individual homeowners, and the other one here is just a member of board of directors. It's just been acknowledged already, that guy come in and talked about it,
Right.
they're gonna look, see what we can.
But the one thing, right, correct, is because of the fact that it's so wet, they can't do anything with it, right? 'Cause
And they're hauling them belly dumps on them when it's wet, you know, and they get going, I mean, the worst for it and that, you know, how,
Even the ruts there.
I'll just put this in correspondence next week.
Yes,
Should I have Paul get hold of me?
probably could, yeah.
I'll call Paul now in this town.
It is.
Get a hold of Rick McGill.
Was the Lost Sapphire Ranch, is that the subdivision below the dam up there, or is it up?
I thought it was up above, but they're just coming out hitting that where it's,
Right, it's just that corner right there
Yeah.
where it started climbing, right at the cattle guard, isn't it?
is there a phone number on there?
Oh, yeah, there's one on this one. Rick.
Do you wanna put that on the agenda for next week about the janitor,
About what?
the janitor?
Yes. Yes.
Now wait and kind of get lined out this week too, is when you figure out what can work, how.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got it wrote down.
$111,054. Usually it was like 300,000. But
What was it?
$111,054.
Did you see this part of this letter?
Yeah, well,
Down.
get in line, get in line.
Right.
Alrighty, we're a minute ahead, but we'll go into the Granite County Study Commission update discussion. We have a letter here from Gary L. Snyder. I think we've all read it. Sure we all have. Do you wanna give us a little update here, Blaine, or?
Yeah, yeah, we've received some correspondence from Gary Snyder, who wants Elena Gagliano appointed right away and wants to continue having meetings. But the commission needs to go through the process of advertising the position and getting applicants. Elena Gagliano has not applied yet and should go through the correct process.
Okay, and then on, where he's saying about the recordings, it's been sent to him, right, Miranda?
Yep, yeah.
We've done all that, Blaine.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
There's not really much to discuss, it's still gotta go through the proper way and it gotta.
So is it in the paper?
It will be this week and next
Will be
week.
this week and next
Yeah.
week. So also in the paper, it is, you have to be a registered voter, correct, Blaine?
Correct.
Alrighty, is there any public comment on this?
I have one more
Go
part.
ahead.
Blaine, on this letter where he's stating that he's going to continue with meetings and he set a meeting, well, he actually visited with Sarah and told her he was setting a meeting for such and such a date. You can't set a meeting without a quorum. Is that correct? He can't set a meeting with just himself, because there's no quorum.
Yeah, that would be an open meeting violation and actually criminal conduct.
Was there anything else on this? Is he on? Alright. Well, I guess we'll just move forward ahead and see what, you know, see who applies and then we'll do the proper way and go through and. Go ahead.
Keep freezing. He's freezing. You're freezing.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
So I haven't I
You're frozen.
I think he's in a swimming pool. It's not coming through, but yeah, we'll just move on. If we have to put it on,
Get that camera fixed.
yeah, otherwise we can't see, talk to you. But yeah, we'll just move forward with this.
you guys can't see my camera?
You froze.
You're froze up.
You don't really wanna see what you look like, cause you're broke.
You're back Santa Claus.
But anyway, yeah, we'll just move on and then if something comes up during this week, we gotta put it on, but we just gotta wait till it goes in the paper and then see who applies and move ahead then. We can't, you know, I mean, we can only do what we can, doing it the right way, so.
So it is in the paper this week.
It will be.
It will be,
This
okay.
week and next week is,
Okay.
and online, I put the notice online on our website as well, so it is on there.
And then, alrighty, anything else? You got any questions?
All right, I know.
I guess we'll be adjourned. Thank you, everybody, good job.